You know that dripping faucet? That mystery puddle you find on the kitchen floor? It's so easy to just write them off as, random annoyances, but they're often just the tip of the iceberg. They're symptoms of these much larger, invisible forces that are at play in and around your home. So let's dig in and explore what's really going on under the surface. So when you see a problem like that, you probably blame something simple, right? A worn-out washer, a faulty valve, and hey, sometimes that's all it is. But what if the real culprit is something way bigger? I mean, what if it's literally the ground your house is built on, or the history hidden deep inside your walls, or maybe even the air you breathe every day? Yeah, I bet some of these look pretty familiar. That constant drip, drip, drip in the middle of the night. A toilet that gurgles for no reason. Or how about a water bill that suddenly just spikes? These are the little red flags, the warning signs that hint at a much deeper story. The question is, what is that story? All right, to really get to the bottom of this hidden world, we're going to zoom in on one specific place where all these forces are, well, uniquely amplified. We're talking about Sweetwater, Florida. Think of it this way. What happens here is like a concentrated version of what could be happening in homes just about everywhere. So, to start piecing this puzzle together, our first stop is, well, down. We've got to look at the very ground beneath our feet. The geology of a place has a massive direct impact on all those pipes buried just out of sight. So, what's so special about the ground in Sweetwater? Well, for starters, it sits on this porous limestone bedrock. The best way to think about it is like a giant rocky sponge. And on top of that, it has what's called a high water table. Just try to imagine your pipes being constantly squeezed from all sides, 24/7. That combination creates this incredible, unending stress on everything buried underground. So what exactly is a high water table? It basically just means the ground is completely saturated with water, just a few feet below the surface. It's not some deep, underground river. No, it's right there. It's like your home's foundation, and all its pipes are just sitting in a shallow, underground lake all day, every day. Okay, so what does all that actually do? Well, first off, that soggy ground puts constant physical pressure on your pipes. Then you've got the water itself, which is packed with minerals that literally eat away at metal. You know that white, crusty stuff on your faucets? That's hard water calcium buildup, and it's clogging everything. And maybe the sneakiest part? Because the water is so close to the surface, tree roots don't need to dig deep. They just spread out sideways, and you guessed it, right into your sewer lines. And, as if the geology wasn't a big enough problem, there's a historical one layered right on top of it. See, the materials that were used to build homes decades ago, well, they're now reaching their breaking point. It's like there's a hidden clock ticking away inside the walls. Let's just look at the life of a typical galvanized steel pipe. Back in the 70s, tons of homes in Sweetwater were built with these. And for decades, everything seemed totally fine from the outside. But inside, a slow, gradual decay was happening. Fast forward to today, and those pipes are hitting the end of their service life. And when they fail, we're not talking about a slow drip. We're talking about a sudden, catastrophic burst. And this really shows you the difference in technology. Those old steel pipes, they corrode from the inside out. That's exactly why you see low water pressure and that rusty brown water. But modern materials, like copper and PEX, are a whole different ballgame. They're literally designed to resist that mineral-rich, aggressive water you find in places like South Florida. Basically, they're built for the environment they actually have to live in. Okay, so we've got the ground, and we've got the age of the pipes. But it doesn't stop there. The environment itself, the climate, the biology, it all comes together to create what is basically a perfect storm for plumbing problems, especially in a place like Sweetwater. And get this isn't just about what's happening underground. The air itself is part of the assault. You've got extreme humidity, which means your AC is running constantly, and those drain lines get clogged up and cause water damage. Then come the heavy rains, which can completely overwhelm the city's drainage and literally force sewer water back into your home. And let's not forget the salt in the air from the coast, which is just busy corroding any and all exposed metal. And on top of all that, you have a biological threat. In a place with a year-round growing season where things never stop growing, tree roots are on a constant, relentless hunt for water. And the tiniest little crack in a sewer pipe, to a tree root, that's like an open invitation to come on in and create a clog that backs up your entire system. Wow. Okay, so with all these invisible forces working against you, the geology, the history, the climate, how in the world do you even begin to fix the problem? Let's talk about how you go from just noticing a symptom to finding a real, lasting solution.
The key here, really, is to think beyond the quick fix. A true professional isn't just going to stop the drip. They're going to find out why it's dripping. Is it just one faulty part, or is it a sign that the whole system is corroding? They'll diagnose the actual root cause, walk you through a clear plan, get your approval, and then they'll guarantee the work. That way, you get real peace of mind knowing the problem is actually solved, not just patched over.
So, when you boil it all down, the lesson from Sweetwater isn't really just about one town in Florida. It's a powerful reminder for all of us that every single home is connected to this huge, invisible system of geology, infrastructure, and climate. That little dripping faucet, it might just be the one tiny visible piece of that massive hidden world.
And that really leaves us with one final thing to think about. It doesn't matter if you live in Florida or anywhere else, what are the unseen forces at play in your home? What's your local soil like? How old is your neighborhood? What are the weather patterns doing? All of those things are shaping the life of your home right now. It's definitely something worth thinking about.